Hello, Charles and Ruth Simpson here from Simpsons of Servian in southern France and Simpsons of Baroncourt in the UK. We're here today at our Languedoc estate, Domaine Sainte-Rose, where we're preparing for the 2021 harvest. Believe it or not, this will be our 20th harvest at Sainte-Rose, and whilst it is an exciting milestone, unfortunately, due to frost, it's going to be a rather small one. We're used to such reliable weather here with our 320 days of sunshine, and producers here, unlike the UK and northern France, don't plan for frost. We have no frost incident. We haven't had any frost incidents here since we arrived in 2002. This year, sadly, was an anomaly in the weather patterns like much of the world, and we've had some serious frost events in the month of May, which wiped out about 70% of the buds, which would have turned into bunches of tasty fruit. All is not lost, however, as we'll be able to produce a lot of wines for you, a lot of wines you know and love, but they'll be in smaller quantities. This does pose a few problems for us financially, and we'll really miss our usual volumes of sales next year.
So we alerted Naked HQ of our situation, and true to form, they've been nothing but supportive and creative in their pursuit to help us make it through the challenging days ahead, and have come up with a helpful idea, which we've called Frost Aid. To that end, one of the varieties that fared best here at Sainte-Rose was Chardonnay. Now, ordinarily, we don't make a still Chardonnay for Naked, but we do make Chardonnays for other customers in different markets. The Languedoc was not the only area of France to have been impacted by frost, and in certain areas have also been issues with mildew. Predictions are that this will be the smallest harvest in France since 1977, which is quite a long time.
Certainly is.
Appellations in France that usually produce Chardonnay, like the Loire and Burgundy, have suffered enormously. So our suggestion to Naked was that we fill this Chardonnay shortfall, given what a challenging year it will be for those suppliers. Naked was immediately open to the idea and wanted the Angels to vote as to what style of Chardonnay we should produce. So let's head out to the Chardonnay block and tell you about your choices.
So here we are in one of our two Chardonnay blocks. This site, which we planted in 2012, we used to make still wine. Our other Chardonnay site, which is closer to the domain, mostly goes towards Simpsons of Servian Blanc de Blanc. But from this harvest, we have a chance to make one of two different styles of Chardonnay for you Angels. Option one is the fresh, juicy and fruity. This option would require us to pick early, like next week, to retain some of that lovely fresh acidity. Given the eventual price point of $9.99, we would opt for the less expensive method of machine harvesting the fruit, and we would ferment this wine in stainless steel only. The resulting wine would be fresh, juicy and fruity.
Okay, so option two is rich, ripe and complex with a touch of oak. This option would allow us to push maturity further, making a more complex, luxurious style. The eventual price point would be $11.99, and therefore we'd use the additional pounds to hand harvest the fruit, selecting only the ripest berries. Then we would age the wine in the finest French oak barrels. It's your choice as to which one you'd like us to make for you. Regardless of which you choose, we know you'll love the resulting wine. We've been making Chardonnay for 20 years in 2 different countries. So the only thing left to say is that on behalf of us both, a huge thank you for all your support and help over the years, and particularly over the next 12 to 14 months, which will prove to be very financially challenging for the domain. Stay safe, and we hope to see you soon.